actually women who are now calling men predators if they want to date a woman from a different country.
In other cultures, a lot of women are more submissive.
Yeah, they're pervy.
Men are traveling overseas to countries that have less money and less education. It's because they want a woman who is dependent on
foreign girls, because you can't handle women. That's why.
And this whole thing is so offensive and ignorant because basically what they're saying is that if a woman is not from the US and she's not woke, then she is uneducated, she doesn't have opinions of her own, and she can't be outspoken, and that's why men go for her. So the Western women think they are superior because they are empowered and awake, right? It's the women from other countries who are educated and can be just as outspoken and have opinions and actually can still look normal, which a lot of people here in the US seem to struggle with.
Seeing a lot of these passport bros video going around where American women are getting kind of upset that men are leaving America to find their woman. They go to places where women speak a little English, no education whatsoever. However, that's not the reason. The reason why men do that is because the women out there are loving, caring, nourishing, feminine, and the food top notch. So it's like essentially what a man want. Chinese, I'm from Hong Kong. We do shit on men a lot. We are bossy. However, we do been praising them when they're being an excellent man. Versus, I've seen a lot of women in America, they would be like, as he should. You see the difference? Like, that's just very ungrateful. Men are really easy to please. Just give him his time and space. Be his peace of mind instead of a headache when he come home. Respect him, appreciate him, let him lead, trust him, believe in him. I'm very traditional.
He wants somebody with traditional values, which means that he wants a slave.
I don't understand where is the rage from these women coming from. Why are they even surprised their men leaving when they are the one who is causing it?
Okay, for all of my girlies who are considering their first phase, do it.
Be a bitch, honey. Be that. Be a boss.
You go find a wife in the Philippines or Thailand or wherever these places are that are overseas. They're just happy to be rescued from their poverty-stricken life of no opportunity.
And if you want to call us uneducated and poor, that we will get any opportunity we can get just so we can get out of poverty. Men are supposed to be providers, so they are going to provide for their future partners and family. The bottom line is, we have what they are looking for.
You're just pissed because I'm educating women to wake the f up and raise their standards. No, I'm going to teach women to wait. And guess what, ladies? I didn't meet my man until 34, and I would have waited until I was 60.
I don't need a man.
I do not need a man. I can finance myself, I can myself, and I can feed myself.
This video delves into the exploration of traditional gender dynamics and evolving dating preferences, particularly in Western societies. It delves into the viewpoints of individuals dissatisfied with contemporary gender norms, who seek more traditional relationships. These individuals critique feminism for its perceived impact on diminishing traditional masculinity and femininity, while expressing frustration with Western women who don't align with their ideals. Additionally, it discusses dissatisfaction with aspects of Western dating culture, contrasting it with perceptions of foreign women as more appreciative partners. Concerns about behavior within Western marriages, such as emotional abuse, are also highlighted. Statistical data on dating preferences and the phenomenon of passport brothers seeking relationships abroad are examined. Ultimately, the summary emphasizes the need for nuanced discussions on gender roles and stresses the importance of mutual respect in relationships. A few men, tired of what they see as issues with current ladies, are casting their nets abroad looking for additional conventional partners. They're after feminine ladies, not hoping to date their brothers. These individuals argue that feminism, while addressing significant issues, has sometimes brought masculinity down a notch, labeling it as harmful. However, they believe this is more about fear than anything else. That's what they claim. Feminism has tried to make men less masculine and push for feminization. Yet, here's the twist that really stirs up trouble. These same critics say, feminism has also stripped away femininity from women and tried to make them more masculine. It's a complex and controversial point, no doubt. The problem here seems to be about communication, right? You have this more traditionally minded individual who's trying to convey that many men desire a more traditional woman. They're open to giving and supporting, but they also expect some traditional roles and responsibilities in return, like a 50-50 arrangement. Now, the frustration comes from the perception that in Western countries, women often don't fit this traditional mold. There's discussion of single mothers, high body counts, and tattoos. And it seems like this individual believes some people are spouting what they consider to be nonsense, from MGTOW to passport brothers. They're stating that instead of getting it together and acknowledging that they want men to share their global adventures, some Western women and feminized men would rather throw shade at guys who are exploring the world seeking genuine connections. The frustration here is tied to a tendency for narcissism, as if some Western women feel they should have everything, and if they can't find the perfect man, they'd rather see these guys take the blame than work on improving themselves. It's as if they're not grasping the idea that they might be part of the problem. Several stories are shared about women being cunning, using men as stepping stones, and jumping from one relationship to another until they find themselves in precarious situations. It's a real roller coaster, folks. Ultimately, there's a nod to the popular, "If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best" slogan, which seems to be rubbing someone the wrong way. It's suggested that Western women may be complaining about the lack of heroes, but often end up in situations with less than ideal guys themselves. It's a pattern of bouncing from one bad experience to another. You've heard phrases like, "You're good, but I'm waiting for the one?" Yeah, those lines are everywhere. Some women seem to believe they're destined for a supermodel or A-list entertainer. It's like they've been conditioned to be impressed by nothing else. Now let's talk about dating foreign women. What's going on there? Well, the prevailing notion is that they don't pull this "I'm waiting for Mr. Perfect" act. They see men as partners, not as walking ATMs or stepping stones to fame. That's why many American men swoon over foreign women. They get treated like real people, rather than wallets with legs. But here's the kicker. Some Western women don't exactly shine in the wifey department. They're often financially well off and, as a result, expect the world. Their dutiful husbands endure verbal and, indeed, even physical abuse. It's like a domestic thriller in their homes. These women get caught up in some pretty damaging ideas and exude paranoia like a broken record. They're repeating the same manipulation through intimidation we hear from politicians about enemies from afar and within. Suddenly every man is an adversary, even their own husbands, fathers, and partners. They don't for a moment spare their children from the chastening, treating them like the scum of the earth. And if you think it stops there, think again. They're quick to erupt like starved volcanoes, damaging relationships with entitlement and betrayal. They'll drain your wallet dry and offer nothing in the bedroom department. It's a truly rotten and nauseating all-around package. But here's the advice. Don't become a willing prisoner in the marital chains. Enjoy the companionship of these women in other ways. Let them be your friends and allies, but never let them make you their financial slave. Feminism has been accused of labeling masculinity as toxic, but some believe it could be more about fear than anything else. They argue that feminism has attempted to diminish traditional male traits while encouraging women to adopt more masculine qualities. It's a bit of a twist that doesn't sit well with some people, and has led to resentment. Some men, recognizing these shifts, are seeking out more traditionally feminine partners abroad, because they desire a different dynamic. Now, speaking of dating, let's do the math. If we consider women aged 18-30 who are not overweight, unmarried, childless, with a height between 5'3" and 6'1", and an income of $0 or more, they make up only 7.87% of the American dating pool. These standards may sound quite reasonable, but it's crucial to note that they don't address looks, personality, or compatibility. And then there's the passport brother mentality, where men are exploring dating markets with lower inflation, meaning less societal pressure and expectations. It all revolves around economic principles in the dating scene, folks. And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW Voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.